It's the big country. People don't realize how big Brazil is.
Vegemite, good old Australian food that you slap on some toast. It's awesome.
I love the vibe of Sun and Fun. It is chill, it's relaxed, and I'm already having an awesome time.
Mission of the Montaer airplanes is make aviation affordable.
Welcome to the Future in Flight podcast, coming to you from a hangar somewhere near the flight line, where the FBO has a fantastic summer food truck lineup schedule. I'm your host, Shawn Staerker. We're recording this one fresh off the ramp at Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo 2026, and I have to tell you, it did not disappoint. Today's episode is packed. We're sitting down with Kirk Fryer, president of Sarasota Avionics, a guy who got the aviation bug watching Patty Wagstaff work the sky at Sun and Fun when he was 10 years old and never looked back. Today, his team is installing avionics and helicopters for the Cyprus Air Force and upgrading flight schools in Bangladesh. We're going to talk about what a truly global aviation career actually looks like. Then, Ellie takes the mic and sits down with Be Snappy, one of our favorite aviation content creators, all the way from Australia, who is out here doing the thing that a lot of people twice his age are still just dreaming about. We've also got two first-time Sun and Fun visitors from down under, Mick and Disa from FLYTE, the company whose products are designed by pilots and worn by everyone, including me. We close it out with Andy Litak and the Montaer MC-01, a Brazilian-built light sport aircraft that might soon find itself at the center of an epic adventure. It's a big one. Let's get into it. We're cleared. Picture yourself at 16, standing on the ramp at Sun and Fun, Lakeland, Florida. Haze shimmering off the tarmac, the smell of avgas in the air like some kind of perfume you'll never forget. You look up. An aerobatic pilot carves the sky into something you didn't think was possible. And somewhere, in that moment, a little voice says, I want to be a part of this. That's what happened to Kirk Fryer. He was 10, maybe 11 years old, camping with his dad at an air show. And up in the sky was Patty Wagstaff, multiple-time U.S. national aerobatic champion, doing things with an airplane that made gravity look like a suggestion. Kirk never got over it. And 40 years later, he's not just a fan of the greatest aerobatic pilots in the world, he sponsors them. He's also the president of Sarasota Avionics, one of the most respected names in the business. And he's turned what started as a kid's dream under the Florida sun into a career that has taken him to countries you might not even have on your radar. Bangladesh, Brazil, South Africa, Egypt, Thailand, Portugal. And just a few weeks ago, he was wrapping up an avionics install in Athens. We're talking with Kirk today about what it really means to build a career in aviation, not just in your hometown, not just at your home airport, but everywhere. The runway doesn't end at your home airport. It runs through the entire world. So, what exactly does a global avionics operation look like? When I sat down with Kirk before Sun and Fun, he'd just gotten back from Greece, doing an avionics install on a Bell 206 helicopter for the Cyprus Air Force. Before that, he was in Bangladesh for 4 weeks with a team, upgrading training aircraft for a flight academy. Not a vacation, a mission. Here's what Kirk told me about what that kind of work actually requires, and why it's nothing like pulling up to a stateside hangar with next-day shipping.
In Bangladesh, there is no aircraft spruce. There is no, just order it overnight. We'll get the part. You've got to have everything prepared, everything that you need there, and then take more. So you've got to be very prepared and know exactly what you need for what you're doing. And we were. We didn't, I don't think we actually had to order anything to get it over there. We had it all there, and we were prepared for everything. 4 weeks, turn first power on, boom, good to go.
4 weeks, a full avionics upgrade, a team he brought with him from Florida. And when they left,
those airplanes that did, the students only want to use those airplanes because they're the new technology aircraft. So they said, okay, we see the value now. When can you come back?
That's the moment. That right there, half a world away from home, watching flight students climb into a cockpit that now has the same technology as something you'd see rolling out of a flight school in Tampa or Phoenix or San Diego, because a team from Sarasota, Florida showed up and made it happen. That's what a career in aviation can look like. When we think about aviation in America, we tend to think about American aviation. Sun and Fun, Oshkosh, our airports, our airspace. But the truth is, aviation is one of the most genuinely global communities that exist on the planet, and Kirk Fryer has seen more of it than most. He talked to me about Brazil, which has one of the most active general aviation communities in the world.
Huge experimental light sport market, a lot of RVs down there. We go to a couple different air shows down there every year, and I'm just amazed how many people come out. It's a big country. People don't realize how big Brazil is. I've flown some general aviation there, and I've flown for 8 hours in a Bonanza and still not even out of the same state.
8 hours in a Bonanza and still in the same state. Brazil is enormous, and its aviation culture is exploding. Kirk also talked about Southeast Asia, specifically Thailand, which is emerging as a serious training market.
Thailand's really coming along with aviation. We've gotten quite a few jobs and quotes from Thailand. They're really kicking up in general aviation wise. A lot of 172s, 182s. They're really training a lot of pilots there.
And then there's Greece, where, by the way, Sarasota Avionics just finished an install for a service center that pulls aircraft from across Europe, Pakistan, and the Middle East. A shop that calls Florida when they need avionics work done, because nobody local can do it better. Kirk told me what struck him most about working overseas, and it wasn't the food, though he'll absolutely talk to you about Greek or Brazilian cuisine at length.
I love just getting out there and traveling and meeting new people and seeing the world and just trying to understand cultures.
Here's something worth pausing on. The same avionics upgrades Kirk is installing in Florida, in Moonies and Pipers and Cessnas, giving older aircraft modern glass cockpits, those same systems are being installed in helicopters for the Cyprus Air Force, in training aircraft in Bangladesh, in general aviation planes flying over the Amazon. This technology does not have a passport, but it goes everywhere. Kirk talked about what it means for an older aircraft, and really for the pilots inside it.
Safety is priceless. When you're in a stall and that autopilot is going to take you out of that automatically. Or you have this one button that's going to take you to the closest airport that it knows that you can land at. And it's going to put you in the best glide and try to get you down safely. We want all those opportunities in that aircraft to give you the best outcome possible.
That's not just product copy. That's a philosophy. And it's a philosophy that travels from the flight schools of Bangladesh to the Aegean skies above Athens to a flight student somewhere in Thailand climbing into a 172 that just got a new panel. The technology is the same. The mission is the same. Keep people safe. Keep people flying. Kirk Fryer started as a kid watching Patty Wagstaff flip an airplane upside down over a Florida air show. He didn't know, standing there in that grass with his dad, that one day he'd be installing avionics in a Bell 206 helicopter in Athens, or leading a team in Bangladesh, or flying over the Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro in a helicopter with customers who'd become friends. He just knew he wanted to be a part of it. And that's the thing about this community, about this career. You don't have to know exactly where it's going to take you. You just have to step onto the runway. Sarasota Avionics is one of the most respected avionics and maintenance operations in the country, with 5 shops across Florida and a global client list that keeps growing. Find them online at SarasotaAvionics.com. That's 2 A's in the middle. Up next, we'll talk to some of our international friends who visited Sun & Fun, including a phenomenal interview from Ellie with one of our favorite creators, Be Snappy. This episode of the Future in Flight podcast is brought to you by Sarasota Avionics. For more than 35 years, Sarasota Avionics has helped pilots modernize their aircraft with the latest avionics technology, from custom glass panels and autopilots to complete avionics installations and maintenance. With multiple FAA-certified repair stations across Florida and a team of experienced technicians and pilots, they're dedicated to delivering quality work, reliable performance, and the kind of service pilots trust. Whether you're upgrading your panel, troubleshooting an issue, or planning your next avionics project, their team can help design the right solution for your aircraft. Learn more at SarasotaAvionics.com. For these next few segments, we're throwing it back a few weeks ago to Sun & Fun Aerospace Expo 2026 in Lakeland, Florida. Now, one of the things I love most on this show is finding creators who are out there doing it right now, not waiting for permission, not waiting until they're older, just going. And our next guest is exactly that. He's a young aviation content creator all the way from Australia, building a YouTube channel interview by interview, air show by air show, with his dad by his side, or behind the camera, as it were. And lucky for us, he made the trip to Lakeland again this year. My daughter Ellie sat down with him in the press center, and what she found out might just inspire a few of you to hit record on whatever's in your pocket right now. And I want to give a special shout out to Carol Callie and the entire press center team for creating such an incredible space for media to do what we do. Seriously, professional, organized, and genuinely welcoming. You made this week possible for a lot of us. Now, here's Ellie with our great friend and one of my favorite creators, Be Snappy.
You make some amazing aviation content. What inspired you to start your channel?
Alright, well, it all started about 4 or 5 years ago when I went to go talk to some pilots because I loved aviation, and my dad also had aviation in his blood. So we went down to a pilot, one of my local guys, Paul Bennett. He allowed me to go ask him some questions, and then we posted on YouTube as a memory. And it all eventuated from there because it started getting views, and we were very surprised about that. So we started interviewing more pilots and getting more views, and it all started from there.
You've been to both Australian and American air shows. Which one do you like better, and what are some of the differences?
All right, that's a hard question. So America has so many more air shows than Australia. Air shows in Australia, they come by every now and then, but some are very small, some are fly-pasts. So there's not a big range, but America has big air shows and they're all the time. So yeah, it's a hard one to answer. I would say American just because there's so many of them and how the size-wise, because the biggest air show in Australia is only every 2 years. So
in the future, is there something else you would like to do, or do you want to keep continuing this?
Well, I want my YouTube channel to be my full-time gig eventually, but I still got school. I don't know, maybe join some sort of commercial aviation company and yeah, eventuate from there.
I sometimes work with my dad, and I know you always work with your dad. What is it like working side by side?
Well, it's always been really good. My dad's always really been supportive of my channel and always helped me. He's been the behind the scenes man, doing the posting everything, tagging, descriptions, editing, and now we've sort of handed it off to an editor, but my dad's still coming with me everywhere to film and edit, post shorts, everything like that.
I know Australia has some different food choices than in America. I just learned about unicorn bread and it sounds really good but weird. Is that one of your favorites, or do you have a different one that you like?
I don't really have the unicorn bread much. that was a pastime thing when I was a bit younger, but Vegemite, good old Australian food that you slap on some toast. It's awesome. Yeah, and some meat pies too. But more of pies in America I think are pizzas, but in Australia pies are a pastry filled with meat.
I have an idea of some of the animals you have. Which is your favorite?
Oh, okay. Now you're asking some hard questions. I can't really pick a favorite, but we have a bunch of goats, a mini horse, and a bull, and I have a favorite goat, Axel, and he's just a legend of an animal.
Wrong answer. It's Diesel, the Highland cow.
Yeah.
Okay. You've been able to do some activities outside of your show when you travel to America. Is there an activity that you enjoyed here that you can't do at home?
America actually has space centers. Australia doesn't. It's just we're not really into the whole space thing as of yet. There's companies doing it, but not commercially launching rockets every couple months. But yeah, NASA definitely is a main thing that I love doing. Coming over here to seeing rocket launches, it's amazing.
You've had an opportunity to interview a lot of people. Is there one person that excites you that you haven't spoken to yet?
Spoke to Jared Isaacman with one question yesterday, which was amazing and an opportunity for a lifetime speaking to a billionaire. But I would actually like to sit down and have a talk with him, maybe about his MiG-29, which is an awesome fighter jet, and just about his experience as NASA administrator and how he became a billionaire.
That was Be Snappy, all the way from Australia, doing the thing that a lot of people his age are still just dreaming about. What I love about that conversation is the simplicity of how it started. A local pilot, a camera, a question, and a dad who said yes. That's it. No big budget, no fancy studio, just curiosity and follow-through. And now he's at Sun & Fun, talking to astronauts, dreaming about MiG-29s, and turning goat names into a whole thing. If you're a young person listening to this right now and you've been waiting for the right time to start making content about something you love, Be Snappy's story is your sign. You don't need more gear, you need more go. Big thanks again to Carol Callie and the Press Center staff here at Sun & Fun for making conversations like this one possible. You gave us a place to tell these stories, and that matters more than you know. Up next, we catch up with a couple more great folks visiting Sun & Fun from down under. Mick and Disa from FLYTE Aero are checking out Sun & Fun for the very first time and loved it so much that they plan to exhibit here next year, which is great for us because we're huge fans of their sunglasses. Let's listen in as I interview them in the Green Bay Austin Straubel Airport Hold Short area in front of the legendary Sun & Fun radio studios. And that is one of the big things about Sun & Fun is that there is an international crowd here. We get an international flair. We get so many great people coming from everywhere, including Australia.
Here we are.
Including some first-timers at Sun & Fun. This is so exciting. I'm talking with Mick Disa from FLYTE Aero, best sunglasses in the market. I mean, just some fantastic. We're going to talk about what makes them so good, so different, and talk about what you're doing here. Talk about your first time at Sun & Fun. How's it been? What do you want to see? Let's talk about that. What have you seen and what do you want to see?
Well, at the moment, we haven't seen anything because we've only just gotten here. So it's day one. We're pumped. I'm super keen to see the Thunderbirds. I've never seen the Thunderbirds before. But here in Florida, we missed the Blue Angels the other day, which we're bitterly disappointed about. We drove out to Cocoa Beach, didn't get to see them. So Sun and Fun, this is it. Thunderbirds, we'll tick that box. We'll have to come back next year for the Blue Angels.
Well, that's it. I love the idea. Keep coming back. That's exciting. Have you seen enough to bring you back already?
Yes, absolutely. I love the vibe of Sun and Fun. It is chill, it's relaxed, the location is sensational, and I'm already having an awesome time.
Well, it's a credit to the wonderful volunteers, the vendors, and the staff that put this on. They work all year round. We see such a small slice of it, but all year round they are making strides, making improvements, and here we have this great event to celebrate with the Thunderbirds, one of our signature teams. That's so exciting. Now, let's talk a little bit about the journey. Tell us about getting here from Australia. How was that?
It's a long trip. It's a really long trip. We live in Canberra, so we've got an internal flight, so about an hour from our home in Canberra down to Melbourne, 16 hours across the water into Dallas, and then a couple hours more into Orlando, jump in a car and drive. It's a huge effort, but I reckon it's worth it.
Definitely. To come to Sun and Fun, I mean, it's worth it. Anywhere in the world, you've got to get here. And you see these British flags here. You're asking what those are. And those are the Royal Air Force cadets. They always come to Sun and Fun Radio, where they're such great friends, give us such great interviews, tell us about the wonderful program that they have over there. And I tell you what, they are some engaging and just brilliant individuals, Royal Air Force cadets, as are y'all. Not only are you extremely engaging, you're extremely stylish. Tell us about what you're wearing. What are these shades? Tell us, give us the rundown on the shades.
Well, we're both wearing the FLYTE Eclipse, as are you. It's
all three
all
wearing.
Three of us. That's the hat trick, as we'd say in Australia. And speaking of hat tricks, we've also got our FLYTE hat, which is everything is designed for pilots. We started out making sunglasses because I got sick of getting headaches while I was doing long trips in the airplane with a headset and sunglasses that just press on your head. So we started there, and now we've evolved into hats, and people love us.
Absolutely, dude. And a good reason why they love you is the smiles, is the great attitude that they get. You guys have been smiling since the moment we met up, I think, back in Oshkosh. I don't know if the smiles dulled at all when you went back to Australia, but they're certainly here now. Tell us a little bit about the company. What are you guys about?
I think we're about making people comfortable, enjoying what they're doing. So I'm not actually a pilot. I get to sit in the co-pilot seat, I guess. And we're just about making good quality products that are affordable for people as well. So we want to look after people who are trying to get into the market. We are looking at people who have been in the market or the industry for a really long time as well. And we just want to provide people with the best quality product that we can.
And not only is it a great quality product, it's made from airplane stuff. Tell us about that.
It is made from airplane stuff. There's a lot of glasses out there that are either super expensive or they're made from cheap, materials, flimsy, they break or whatever. We looked at all those options and we decided we're not going to take that route. We're going to go down an alternative path. Our arms are all made from real, genuine carbon fibre. It's literally the stuff you would find in airplanes. It's strong, it's durable, it's going to go the distance, and it's going to be comfy and do the job.
It also allows us to make them super thin, so that's why they can fit under your headset so easily. You can actually take the glasses on and off whilst you're still wearing your headset, and one-handed, which is more important, so that you can keep flying your plane.
Oh, I tell you, it's like wearing velvet. It's like I can see the world in a different view. I mean, it's wonderful. They look great. They feel great. They're made for pilots. They're worn by everyone. Almost sounds like a great tagline. Now, if people want to go on the website, they want to find you, want to find out more about you, where can they do that?
You can go to flyte.aero, so FLYTE.aero. All of our products are listed there, our sunglasses, our hats, along with all the benefits. All our pricing, we've got free shipping internationally. So it doesn't matter where you go, where you live, we'll ship it to you. We've got great backup service. We'd love to see more people on the site and talk to more people and hear more experiences as they buy and love our sunglasses.
Highly recommend it. Free shipping internationally. I mean, if you're an international visitor here at Sun and Fun, go on the website, check it out. Maybe you too can look cool anywhere in the world, and you can do that for free with the free shipping. Welcome to Sun and Fun. Really wish you guys a great time while you're here.
Awesome. Thanks, Shawn. Great to see you again. Can't wait to Oshkosh. See you again there.
Mick and Disa, all the way from Canberra, Australia. First time at Sun 'n Fun and already loving every second of it. And honestly, that's the magic of this place. You show up, you look around, and you think, I have to come back. One of the things I love about FLYTE is that it started the way the best aviation products always do, from a real problem a real pilot was having. Headaches on long flights, headsets and sunglasses fighting each other. Sound familiar? Mick went and fixed it with genuine carbon fiber, thin enough to slip right under your headset, one-handed, without breaking focus. That's not just a cool product, that's pilot thinking in action. If you want to check them out, and trust me, you definitely do, head over to flyte.aero. That's FLYTE.aero. Free shipping internationally. No excuses. Welcome to Sun 'n Fun, y'all. Hope the Thunderbirds delivered. And I know they did. Because, well, they're the Thunderbirds. Let's dip into our Sun 'n Fun interview bag one more time and hear from another one of my favorite creators, Andy Litak, who flew in with a Montaer MC-01, a beautiful Brazilian-built LSA.
It is Mosaic Day, and I'm out here checking out one of these great MLSA anticipated aircraft. There's going to be some new things coming out with this. This is already a wonderful LSA. It has some incredible capabilities. More than that, it has got some insane room for its class. We're going to talk about how much room it really has inside, give you a picture of what this aircraft is that I'm standing next to. It has it's got a thrust lever instead of a traditional mixture and prop, and it just looks modern. We're going to talk about the Montaer, and I've got Andy Litak here. He's going to tell us a little bit about this great aircraft, tell us kind of what its mission is, what maybe an intended mission could be for it. He's got a great idea of how to take this big, roomy aircraft on a wonderful trip. We'll talk about that. First of all, Andy, I have got to ask, how's your Sun 'n Fun been? What have you seen?
Oh man, it's so cool here, you know, like I like that people bring so many different airplanes. Everybody, whole industry is just prepared for Mosaic rule drop, you know, that we all waiting. So I see like this water is bowling, and one day we will have like explosion in aviation with ton of new projects and stuff like that. But we also prepare for this.
And one of the ways that people have prepared is by looking ahead, by making an aircraft that has a little bit of extra capability to it, a little bit of extra space even. Maybe it's only a two-place, but we can see that it might be able to have a little bit more space. And
yeah, even here in the US, Mosaic rule prepared for four-seater light sport airplanes. So yeah, but let's talk about mission. I like that you tell like mission. What is our mission? Because mission of the Montaer airplanes, it's make aviation affordable. Think about that. Montaer aircraft company, it's only one company that not charge extra for handicap solution. For if you're handicap guy and we have a solution for guys who can't control like legs, you know, so we have solution when your rudder and it's on your hands, so we not charge extra, we provide it to you. So how easy to reach this airplane, you know, to see it. So handicap guys like it like that you can just drive your wheelchair and just jump on that airplane. So I'm sorry to say that if wheelchair guy can jump on airplane, everybody else it's easy fit inside, you know. So the mission is bring cool, affordable airplane and make aviation affordable again.
Again, it's a great idea. It's a great initiative because the more people that we can bring in, the more affordable aviation we have, the more people can come in and the bigger the party is. And the Montaer brings more room. I mean, that is one thing. You step in this aircraft and it is just roomy. It's almost like you could lay down in here. I don't know, man. I see like a couple of different missions for it. You were talking off camera about one that could be really cool, something that's kind of popular going on right now. Tell us a little bit about what you might do with this aircraft.
So if you want to make affordable airplanes, this airplane have to like pass multiple missions, you know. But so you can fit some stuff, delivers, whatever. So our idea is to show how you can use this airplane in what scenarios, you know. So one of the idea, me and my girlfriend, we plan to make some competition, you know, camping competition, just to show how cool and how roomy it's inside, how much beer I can hold, you know, how much bicycles and whatever, and show people that it's one of the scenario. You can take your airplane, go camp, like all American nations, it's travelers. They take RVs, take like whatever, and now it's era of airplane camping. One of the scenario. Another scenario, it's like delivers. It's a certified light sport airplane. You can do commercial operations. It's not even like training. You can deliver, like make some emergency delivers for some transportations. Whatever. And it's pretty much like probably stall airplane, like you can take off from like grass strips, small runways, but it's still fast, so I just want to show like multiple scenarios how to use it, and someone will find like how to use it in his way, so we're planning for this camping competition, then maybe we'll plan something else, so don't surprise if you will see me living inside the airplane, like 50 days challenge, does airplane like transportation, again we can do this,
Man, the ideas with the Montaer are just endless. I mean, the mission possibilities and the mission capabilities of this thing are just incredible. Now, if somebody wants to come by and see the aircraft, where could they do that? Where can they come see you outside of Sun and Fun?
If you will interested on like go ahead, jump more deeper on this project, you can contact us on the Montaer website, and we can schedule demo flight, showing whatever here in Florida, the land.
Andy Litak and the Montaer MC-01, one of the aircraft I keep coming back to when I think about what Mosaic actually means for the future of this industry. Here's the thing, affordable aviation isn't just a tagline, it's a decision you build into the aircraft from the ground up. Accessible entry for pilots with disabilities, room that makes you do a double take, a price point that doesn't punish you for wanting to fly, and mission flexibility that goes from grass strip cargo runs to, apparently, a camping competition that's going to involve bicycles and a healthy amount of optimism. Andy and his team are based in DeLand, Florida. Demo flights available. If you want to see what a light sport aircraft looks like when someone actually thinks about who gets to fly it, this is the one. Head to Montaer.com, that's Montaer.com, and go take a look. That's a wrap on another episode of the Future in Flight podcast. And what a lineup it was. A kid camping with his dad who never forgot watching Patty Wagstaff defy gravity. A young creator from Australia who picked up a camera and just started asking questions. Two entrepreneurs who got sick of headaches on long flights and built something better out of aircraft-grade carbon fiber. And a light sport aircraft designed from the ground up to ask a question this whole industry needs to keep asking. Who gets to fly? That's what Sun and Fun gives us every year. Not just airplanes and air shows, though those are excellent. It gives us stories. And this year, we heard some awesome ones. A huge thank you to Sarasota Avionics and Maintenance for their continued support of the Future in Flight podcast. Kirk and his team don't just keep aircraft flying. They're out there proving that a career in aviation can take you places you never planned to go. Bangladesh, Greece, Brazil, 5 shops across Florida, and a client list that spans the globe. If you need avionics work done right, head to SarasotaAvionics.com. That's 2 A's in the middle. If this show means something to you, do us a favor. Hit subscribe wherever you're listening and leave us a review. It takes about 60 seconds, and it makes a real difference in helping other people find the show. Every review tells the algorithm that this content is worth finding, and this community is absolutely worth finding. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for caring about this wild, wonderful, skybound life we've all stumbled into together. Until next time, we'll see you out there and up there.